The City of Murfreesboro Fleet Services Department is located at 4753 Florence Road within the city's Public Works facility. The Fleet Services Department provides preventative maintenance and repairs to the vehicles assigned to city departments. Through well-maintained and safe vehicles, city departments are able to provide excellent service for the citizens of Murfreesboro. The department director is Jack Hyatt.
Well, our department is over all of the maintenance and repairs for all of city vehicles. We also help with the specifications and purchasing of vehicles, and then the disposal of the vehicles at the end of their useful life. We have an 8-bay shop. We have 2 bays that are dedicated, 3 bays that are dedicated to our light service equipment, pickup, police cars, things of that nature, and then we have a 5-bay shop that handles all the heavy equipment, garbage trucks, fire engines, backhoes, just anything of that nature. We work on all city equipment except for Murfreesboro electric vehicles. Everything else we work on. We don't work on city school buses. That's done at their garage. We don't repair any outside agency vehicles, no public vehicles. We strictly deal with vehicles that belong to the city of Murfreesboro. The purpose for the Fleet Service Department is to maintain and repair all the city vehicles in-house. We have a preventive maintenance program where twice a month we send out reports to departments so that they'll know which vehicles are due for preventive maintenance. It's during the preventive maintenance cycle that we can really hone in on any kind of problems that are lurking behind the scenes that we don't necessarily know about. We can find problems early and get them fixed. During the repairs, we do most all our repairs in-house. Some repairs are sent out to vendors, transmission and body work, things of that nature. The services that we render or save the city money because we go into the vehicles a little deeper than the average oil change facility would, and we try to locate problems before they arise so that we can fix them in a preventive nature instead of after there's been an issue. The maintenance and repairs that we perform make the vehicles safer for the employees because they can rest assured that we have fixed the problems as to the best of our abilities, and that we don't hide or cover up issues that you might have. At the Fleet Service Department, we have 13 employees. We have 2 administrative staff, and then on our light equipment shop, we have 2 employees, a supervisor and a mechanic. Bobby Davis has been with the city for 20+ years. Started at the police department as the mechanic there, and then when we formed, he came over to Fleet Service. We, on our heavy side, we run 2 shifts, 5 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. shift, and then a 1 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. shift. That gives us the flexibility to be here in the mornings when Rover rolls out and when the solid waste department goes to work to get their vehicles up and running. And also in the evenings we can then maintain vehicles while they're not in operation. Having the Rover department and the solid waste department out at our facility allows us to be able to access their vehicles in a very timely manner. As they come off shift, we can bring their vehicles in. They will give us what's called a vehicle condition report, and if during their shift they've discovered an issue with their vehicle or their piece of equipment, then we will bring it in while they're off duty. We'll try to make the repairs and have the vehicle back up running by the next morning. The solid waste department on our heavy equipment side, it would be our biggest customer. Their vehicles run every day, rain, sleet, snow, shine. The police department currently has over 300 vehicles that they operate, that we maintain and repair. Well, during a PM service, if a safety issue is found, whether it be brakes, steering, tires, suspension, that would make the vehicle unsafe to operate, if possible, we'll fix it on the spot. If not, we'll have to remove it from service and repair it, and then it'll be returned back to service when it's in safe condition. A typical brake repair, we try to stock all the parts that we would need on our shelves at the department, where we can make the repairs in a timely manner and get them turned back out, especially with the vehicles that are most common to our fleet. Each department has a maintenance portion in their budget that they will figure out and that way they can track their costs and see how they're doing as far as their budget's concerned. At the end of each month, we send each department a comprehensive bill of all the maintenance and repairs done to their vehicles. That way they can keep a track of what each vehicle is costing to maintain. The city has a contract to purchase vehicles. They put it out to bid. It's renewable. It's a one-year contract, renewable in one-year increments. Vehicles can be purchased from this contract. As vehicles need to be replaced, they are brought to the Fleet Service Department. We evaluate them, we go over their history, check their mileage, their age of the vehicle, the cost to maintain the vehicle, the cost per mile to operate the vehicle, and we generate a report to turn into the city manager to request that that vehicle be replaced. So as the vehicles are replaced, typically they are sold on gov deals to the highest bidder. Sometimes vehicles can be transferred from one department to another. If a vehicle is a high-use vehicle for one department and would no longer be feasible, but would be a lower-use type vehicle for another department, then we'll transfer it and we'll get more life out of it. When we sell vehicles on gov deals, the money goes back to the general fund. If a car is involved or a piece of equipment is involved in an accident, it'll be brought to the Fleet Service Department. We will get quotes from vendors here in town if it can be repaired here in town, and the lowest bid will do the repairs. The vehicles are put out to bid specifically to try and save the city money versus just picking one vendor to do the repairs. With the newer vehicles, they're all computer-based, so we have had to add in the last couple of years some computer diagnostic equipment for both the light equipment side and the heavy side. You really have to be able to delve into schematics, electrical schematics. Some of our more complex pieces of equipment actually have 5 different computers on them, and we had to purchase equipment that could speak to 5 computers at once to access the information. So they're a lot more complex than just a shade tree and a wrench. All the technicians have to have at least one ASE certification in their field. We have some who have as many as 10 are master certified. These certifications can be in anything from brakes, electrical, air conditioning service, so they can be very technical. Okay, in 2003, when our garbage trucks were purchased, they had a design flaw in the gripper arms that would cause the gripper springs to break. One of our technicians designed a fix for this, which he actually used on our trucks, and the company we purchased the trucks from now sell that fix that he developed. Our shop's not a typical shop in that we work on very many different kinds of vehicles, very many different kinds of equipment. The city owns vehicles and equipment that are made by many different manufacturers, so a technician has to be able to adapt from one piece of equipment to another, from one manufacturer to another, all the different quirks of diagnostics that's required to be able to do that. So it's a lot different than, say, working at a Ford shop or the Mack truck dealership. They may start out the day working on a Volvo loader and end the day working on a Pierce fire engine. So 2 completely different pieces of equipment, both complex but in different ways. One's made for brute strength and the other one is made for, of course, fire and rescue. If a piece of equipment or a vehicle breaks down out in the field or out on the street, we're available. We have 3 service trucks. We will be available to come out, try and maybe make the repair on site. If not, get the vehicle where it's safe to bring to the shop, or have a wrecker come and pick it up. And we're on 24 hours a day availability. We come out late at night and on weekends on occasion.
If you have any questions about the Fleet Services Department, please call 615-217-3037.